Hi everyone, so in today's video I'll be trying out Spellbinders' new Stencil of the month and BetterPress of the month for February of 2025. My goodness. I already did a whole unboxing of the Deluxe Caboodle, including the free bonus item, the bonus item that comes in the Deluxe Caboodle in the last video. So I will link that video in the description box. You can check it out because in this one we just jump right in. So the Stencil does have a few different pages or stencils to it, 5 different ones, and then the BetterPress of the month, that's this damask kind of repeat border, or not border, but background, however you want to use it. I mean, I guess you use it as a border, and it does come with a registration, so you can do that. But these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I do have them for the US and the UK, and having said that, I regret to inform you that the Stencil of the month is sold out. Like, already on the 2nd, it already said that it has been sold out for the month, and then come back March 5th or March 6th, for the next opening of the Stencil of the month. So none of the other clubs say that. So that, I do record these a little bit early, so it's possible that they did get enough in stock or have some more in stock later, or, you're watching the video now. But I'll have the link there, but it might be sold out already, guys. So that's a bummer, but, maybe they sold a ton of the deluxe caboodles so that they didn't have enough stencils just on their own. I don't know. I've never really seen that, or I haven't seen that in a long time. So none of the other clubs say that. Like I said, I've double checked just to make sure. I thought that's weird wording. I've never seen that before. And the other ones just say, obviously you can't add it to the cart yet because it's not open yet. But by the time you see this video, it will be open. I always release the video as soon as I see that they're open on the 5th. A lot of times it's in the evening, definitely on the 6th. I release my next video, so you guys know that. If you're new to signing up, you can go ahead and sign up now. And there is a blackout period at the end of the month, so the last week or so, you can't pick it up either. So if it's something you're interested in, with all the different things going on this month, you can go ahead and pop those in your cart, right? So again, with the club kits, they're whatever the pricing shows, maybe there's some tax, but there's no extra shipping or anything like that tacked on. You can cancel it the next day. You can cancel it anytime. It's not any kind of commitment, right? But you just, sign up. It's a membership, but you can cancel it literally the next day, right? If you just want this month and don't want to think about it again for next month or however. If you are a current club member, you do get 10% off the site. As soon as you log in, it knows you're a club member. It shows you the prices already reflected with the 10% off. So it's nothing that comes off in the cart later. You'll already see the pricing there. So we're just going to jump right to it today. So I think what I'm going to do is use the sentiment from this guy and then do the stenciling from this guy, right? So what I'm going to do is just grab some paper. I will grab my BetterPress, although if you are a Deluxe Caboodle member, just because the pricing's really good for all of everything, and you don't have a BetterPress, you can definitely put these in the Glimmer, right? You can put your BetterPress in the Glimmer. You cannot bring the Glimmer plates to the BetterPress, at least you shouldn't, is what they say, because they are a little bit thicker, and so it might damage your machine, one thing or the other, or both machines, right? The one you're running it through plus the BetterPress. I will say I've shown you guys in the past where you can just take these, ink them up, and just use them as stamps. Maybe I'll do that today because maybe it's not, something I really need to bring out the BetterPress for. So maybe we'll do that today because you can still get use from these guys. Even this background, I mean, honestly, I would ink it up and just bring my paper to it and see what I can do. It's just a big stamp. Maybe put it on a stamp positioner. It's not going to have the same effect or same look, that crisp, beautiful look you get from BetterPress, but you can still use them at least, right? And I've heard from you guys, oh, I never even thought about that. So I try to include that little tip here and there. So we'll do that today. We'll just attach this to a stamp block and go for it. Oh, see, that one's perfectly on there. I don't think that's a good idea. So I'll probably use this one. But let me grab some paper and we'll get started. Okay, so a lot of times I like to walk you guys through start to finish. So I'm going to make a card base and my card topper. So card base, I'm going to open it lengthwise, like portrait mode. So let's do 4 1/4. And let me check something. Okay, I just want to make sure this wasn't A4 size paper by 5 1/2. So scored at 5 1/2. And then the topper, I mean, you can cut that down I like to cut mine down just so it's already the size I want. But you can definitely do your stenciling, then trim it down. Use a die to run it through, you know, just make it something cute shape, whatever. I think I'm going to go ahead and just 4 1/4. I'll do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 in case I want to trim some down. So I'll do that today. And I'll probably use, oh, well, actually, let's do our stamping first. This guy, and I will take something like, I don't know, maybe this. Just anything that'll get you some adhesive on here. So that's just double-sided adhesive. That's that old Scotch. Every time I try to find the ATG to link it for you guys, it's like not available. Or it's like the really old school yellow one. That cute pink one. I can never find a link for it, but maybe they still have it like at Michael's or something. I don't know. So this is written kind of funky, so hopefully it'll stamp straight. I don't know, because it has a funny kind of, like that looks straight, but then the U is kind of out there. I don't know. All right, and not that. I was going to stamp with some VersaFine. I got Twilight. I just want black VersaFine. And again, we're going to want to be patient with this and make sure it's touching. Oh, look at that. How did I get ink on that already? Ah, okay, let me get another one because I both pieces. Actually, we have another one already right here, right? Okay. My goodness. Okay, I'm just going to stamp it up in this corner. And I'm just looking at the lettering, this base part of the lettering, and just trying to make sure it's making contact. Again, it's not the same as putting it through your BetterPress. You get that nice letterpress effect. But hopefully, hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let me clean up and then we're going to start our stenciling. Okay, guys, so I'm going to use my grip mat. If you don't have something like that, sorry. Oh, makes a lot of noise. If you don't have something like a grip mat, you can just tape it down to your work surface, you know. So we have this guy. And like I showed in the first one, you have a couple of the first ones are greenery, basically, stems, stuff like that. You have some flowers, some more flowers on number 4, 3 and 4, and then accents on the very last one. So I'm going to start with a light green. I always build up from light to dark. And I'm going to bring this right down to the very base of my card. Again, you do have these etched lines that are basically 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I suppose if I just put that, follow along with that, that's going to be good. And like I said, I might trim this down. Maybe I'll leave it as a complete card topper, but I generally like to trim some off. And generally when you're doing stenciling, you want to do light to dark. And so I'm going to start with a light green and then go from there. So this one again, and this is a very light green. I don't clean these guys off, obviously, from in between the last time I used them, so it might reconstitute some dark green on here that was there from, you know, before. But that's fine, just as long as they're different shades, starting with the lightest. A lot of times if you're going to use like a paste, you might want to use that at the end. Or skip that part of what you're going to do until the end, because obviously you're going to have to wait for that to dry. But generally I use my paste, my glitter paste, things like that as an accent color anyway. So okay, that's number 1. Very pretty. And the second one has more like little stems. Again, we can line it up, you know, paying attention to what's going on here. This is done really, really well. Let me show you. See how there's gaps in there? This guy, when you come and bring this in and you're kind of lining it up, you can still pay attention to those little gaps. And just put that there, there. And this time I'll go with a darker green. And then you're still going to have another one that could possibly be even darker green, so just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go by a mid shade darker, because I still need a darkest one for the very last bit. And the last one doesn't have to be green. It could be brown. It could be, you know, another color that you want to bring in. I know some of them are flower centers, so I might have to separate out some of those. Possibly. Okay, I'm trying to go a little more heavy-handed with that. And that is definitely a different shade of green than what we had before. Looks very wildflowery, very pretty. Where's the lid? There you go. I brought out yellow and purples just because I thought that'd be fun for kind of a more springy card. So the next one, number 3, we have these flowers. So when you go to bring it up again, you can use your little etch things to line them up, but then you're also seeing you're getting a good idea of where it's supposed to be. Like you can see that looks better there. Okay. Now, okay, so I feel like this is a different flower possibly than these guys. Well, maybe not. I'm trying to see if I want to make some a different color than the others. Let's go with yellow on these. It's going to be kind of like a mustardy yellow. And the next ones can just be purple. It looks like they're coming from the same places, like the same kind of flowers. Every year I always buy like wildflower mix, and then my husband's like, why do you want to throw out wildflowers out there? They're just weeds, you know? But it's so pretty. Anyway, this year I'm going to do it. All right, put that to the side. And then that's really pretty. I love the way that looks already. And then this guy is number 4, obviously. And again, using the little etch lines, but then also once I get them there, kind of paying attention, so I line these up really nicely. I can see there's a lot of greenery still showing there. Okay, that's good. Right there. And this way. All right. And then I'm going to do this all purple. Okay, let's go lavender. Okay. Pretty, pretty. All right, and then the last one, like I said, it has different little bits here, so let's see what we're looking at. So I'm lining up the corners. I can see it's just a little more in the greenery, and then in the flowers, it's adding centers. So again, you want to do brown, green. It's, you know, I think it can all be one color, so I'm going to go with a dark green. But if you want to, you know, isolate certain areas, you can do that. It's going to take a little concentration, right? So I'm going to go with this darkest. I think it's kind of like a greeny blue. We'll see. I'm going to get in there really, really well because in some of these spaces they're small. But on top of that, you have like colors like purple in there. I'm really getting a lot of ink on that. Really scrubbing it in there. Really, really trying to get that in there. Okay. And I did use water-based dye ink, so I'm just going to go wash these off, and look how pretty that is. I said really fresh and pretty for spring here is what I was trying to say, and I choked. All right, I'm going to go rinse these off again. I use dye inks, really easy to rinse off. Even if they get stained, guys, they're plastic. It's not going to do anything if you're using like hybrid inks. I know a lot of times those do stick around, but I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to take this off of here. And again, I mean, it's complete card topper there. I am going to trim a little bit off each side like I like to do and make it 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. You can also start off with a piece of paper that's bigger than this and then use a die that's going to be, you know, a card topper type size die or like a matte layer, whatever you want. But I'm just going to trim it down. I'll be right back. Okay, and I took an 1/8 inch, or actually a 16th inch all around, so that it's an 1/8 inch smaller all around. Yeah, very particular little numbers there. So I'm just gonna put the glue on the back of this, put some glue on the back of this, and then just stick that down to my card base. Oops, sorry guys, I forgot I closed up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, and that is really pretty and just clean. I love the thank you. Again, showing you how to use it just as a regular stamp. With something like this, I would love just inking it up and then bringing my paper to it, like I said, and just kind of rubbing it on there, and you'll have like a distressed look, especially with this damask kind of look. I love that. If you like that just nice and clean, you definitely have that. I do have this stuff. It's really old, this black licorice. It used to be sold there on Spellbinders site. I don't think they have it anymore. I haven't seen it in a very long time. But you can kind of just give this a little and it's basically just little splatters if you want to do that with a little bit of shimmer in it. You know, it's something to think about. So I'm just going to do a little bit and be kind of light-handed with it, maybe a little too light-handed. Okay, there we go. And just a little splatter here and there. I mean, that came out really, really cute. And it just makes the colors pop, in my opinion. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links again for the US and the UK there in the description box. Sorry, hopefully it's back in stock, but like I said, it looks like it is sold out for the month. So again, the stencil I didn't mention at the beginning it was called Nature's Canvas. And then our BetterPress here is the Luxe Damask. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.